Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Friends Podcast, man. Thank you so much for joining us. If
Yeah,
it's your first
yeah.
time, thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate all the listeners, new
All of
and
y'all.
old. All of y'all for sure. My name is Matt. I'm here with my co-host.
My name is Rod, and this is the Friends Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our socials. We're on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. So check us out there.
Yeah, man. So let's kind of get into it. So, kind of talk about, we usually talk about, what's going on during the week and shit like that. But let's talk about, I know we was talking about food earlier. Like, let's talk about, some good food we've been eating lately. Like, I know you had an experience today with some shit. So let's kind of talk about that.
I ain't even get to dig in that most of it just yet. But what I did dig into was that crawfish, mac and cheese. Ate all of that already.
Damn.
That shit was fucking fire. Talk about flavor.
Mm.
Like, I've been watching a lot of cooking shows on Netflix and Hulu. Even the new season of Hell's Kitchen is back for people who fuck with Gordon Ramsay and all that shit. But in terms of like what chefs say, it was exquisite. A lot of flavor, a lot of good textures. It had the good softness from the crab or the crawfish. It was cooked perfectly. The shell cooked perfectly. The sauce had just the right amount of sauce, mixed with a good amount of balance from the cheese. That shit was just excellent. So what about you?
That sounds interesting though, because sometimes seafood and cheese don't really mix, but like if you get it right with the nice flavors and shit, that shit'll go crazy.
To be real, I already told my fam. I was like, I told them I don't fuck with mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't like how they make it no more. It's just not good. Like every time they make it, it just don't taste right. Like it just seems just fatty or like I don't know. I just be like, I don't like it. Like I just really don't make it no more. Like I just told him like I just told him like yeah. I'm just trying to. I don't really like cheese and macaroni. It's just like, it's too much for me.
I'm
I was like, I don't like all that. I don't like all that cheese and noodles anymore. Like, I'm not messing with it no more.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of feel you. Not because I don't like my family mac and cheese, but I don't really like mac and cheese. Like I like greens. Give me some greens and yams, and I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up something you said, like Netflix. Have you ever seen Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat on Netflix?
No. That's a cooking show?
It's not a cooking show. It's a documentary. So it's this lady named Samin Nosrat. And so she's like a world-renowned chef, and she kind of talks about like all the elements that need to go into food is salt, fat, acid, and heat, and that's all you need. So like some salt, a little lemon for the acid, fat like some lard, some butter, and then heat it up.
It's all about balance.
It is, it is. So I kind of
Like
wanted to check her
ingredients.
book out. Yeah, I wanted to check her book out just to kind of get some insight on like how to cook better for myself. But in terms of good shit I've been eating lately,
I didn't finish yet though. Like what else? I only talked about the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But I'm gonna just hurry up and briefly go over since I already been talking so much. I got this salmon and this Cajun fried rice that they got. And the Cajun fried rice got chicken, shrimp, crawfish in it. And then they have like this Creole sauce like spilt over the top of the salmon.
Oh my god.
And then I got 2 entrees. So the next one, what's this? They got oxtails, smothered oxtails over rice. And then they got what they put here. They put some green beans. Yeah. Yeah, they got some collard greens here too.
Damn, you went crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No,
So
for
what
real.
are you saying?
I mean, shit. I mean, I had some Thai food today. Some good pad Thai woon seen. It's like the little skinnier noodles. It's more like ramen and shit. Cause I don't know, like the regular pad Thai noodles.
Like a rice noodle. No, sometimes no rice noodle is flat actually. Never mind. Lo mein noodle is pretty skinny.
It's skinnier than that though. It's like a ramen noodle, but it's clear. It's like a clear noodle, and I like that more than the regular pad Thai noodle, because it's just better to me. I don't know. Yesterday I had some Indian food, some good chicken tikka masala. Like that's always good. I don't know. I be struggling lately, like just trying to find shit to eat. 'Cause I just want to try new shit, but I feel like I tried everything at this point.
I was just about to ask that. Like, when you're experiencing different cultures of the food, how do you find them? Do you just talk to people at work who different cultures? Be like, what's your favorite spots? Like, where you go to? That's what I do. Um, I'd be like, so what's your favorite spots out here? Like what do you and your family be going to?
Yeah, I got to recommend it. It's actually a spot that's like literally right across the street from me that one of my coworkers told me about. She Indian and she was like, "Oh yeah, like they got the best chicken achari." And she told me about this other like Mediterranean place called Ishtar that's real good. So yeah, recommendations definitely go hard sometimes, but sometimes people palate don't be the same as your palate. So
When I'm already trying a different culture food, I'm already expecting my palate to be challenged.
that is true.
So
That's
I
true.
want I wanted the flavors of where they come from.
Right. Like you ever had some like authentic Chinese food? Like they put a specific type of spice in there that's like we don't put in our shit.
That's why I was telling you. Like this place recently out here, I went to this real authentic Szechuan place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Szechuan is like it's a spicy food, and typically when I was younger, I didn't really fuck with like spicy food like that. It's one of those things that grew like as I got older, like with my taste buds and everything. And now I love spicy food. And the amount of spice in here is crazy. It's just like the flavor really hits, and it's like the spice that still like lingers in your tongue, but it's not too hot.
Right, exactly.
But it's super spicy. But it's good as fuck.
It is, but it's a difference between spicy and flavorful and just spicy just to be hot. Like some shit just be hot just for no reason, and that's the type of shit. I still like that shit, but it's ways to have spice and flavor at the same time. You know what I mean?
If it's too hot where you can't taste anything and it's just burning your mouth, it's like you did it wrong. Like you fucked up. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a spice there,
Hmm.
but the flavor is still supposed to be. If you have a lot of spice, the flavor got to be very bold.
Well, it depends. Some people just like some spice demons, so they just love just spicy shit regardless. Like they love to burn their tongue. Like I'm kind of like that, but my stomach be on 25. Like my shit be fucked up. Like that's how I know I'm getting older because I'll be sick after eating spicy shit these days, but I'm still eating it. But
Man, I ain't got there yet.
yeah, that's a good thing. But listeners, I guess if you got some new food, I feel like I done tried everything to be honest. But if y'all got some new food, that we could try, a new little, a little cuisine, definitely let
I'm
us
gonna throw
know.
out a couple things out there. Cuisines. What about Greek?
Definitely had that.
Authentic, not Coney Island
I was
shit.
about to say I done been to Coney. I don't think I ever had like I've had like
It's fire. Like you go to a real
yeah.
Greek. I went to a real Greek restaurant in California. I think it's Palo Alto. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I mean that's Mediterranean adjacent. I've had other Mediterranean foods, but not that specifically. I don't think.
I don't think I ever had an authentic Hawaiian meal either.
Never, nah. Yeah, we don't got that out here like that. I do want to try more African foods though, like more like maybe like a Ethiopian, or a Ghanaian, or Ghanaian, however you say it. So we don't really got a lot of those out here either. We got a Nigerian one that's real good though. So far,
I've never been to any African places like that, other than
for real.
Jamaican food. I've never, I've never tried no fufu or no other type of African type of places.
Me either. I done had some like Nigerian oxtails, but I ain't tried the fufu and the egusi soup and all that shit.
I just be seeing like it's okra and it's like some of their menu items are real vegan.
Mm-hmm. It's flavorful though.
I don't know. That's what be just pushing me away sometimes from trying. I'll be like, man, I'm trying to eat some meat. Pause. Like,
Yeah. I mean, they might throw some chicken in there, like a little sprinkling of chicken, but yeah, a lot of it is
yeah, I don't
vegetarian.
know. I gotta try it. Like, you said you ain't had it yet either.
I've had like jollof rice and like oxtails and chicken, but I never had like the fufu with the soups and all that different type of stuff. But
A barber told me to get jollof rice.
it's fire, and it got a spice to it. Depending on where you go, like that spice. Man. But yeah, listeners, if you got some recommendations for different cuisines that we could try out, on our adventure of food, let us know.
That
But
remind me of that Lena episode. You was asking for Joe Loft rice.
I don't think I seen that one. Which one was that?
It was the episode with Demetrius. He was they asked her what he wanted when he was picking out a bunch of clothes, and it was um, the rapper. He was inside. He was going to get some money for doing this fashion thing, and asked Demetrius what he wanted. He was like, "Let me get some Joe Loft rice."
Is that Lakeith Stanfield?
Yeah,
I think
and I
he.
don't know if I'm saying the character name right. It is Demetrius, right?
I think is it? I don't know, but I think he is Nigerian in the show though, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But there's a couple instances where they talk about it, where he'd be like, "That's one of his favorite dishes."
I thought you was about to say the episode where they went to that restaurant where that black dude was making sushi. He was trying to make his own like
But yeah, that's
brand of
one of the
sushi.
later episodes. I think I'm talking about like an earlier.
I can't remember the early ones though. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see it though. Just to confirm, his name on Atlanta was
Maybe it was Darius. Maybe not
Darius. It
Demetrius.
was
Yeah,
Darius.
it was
Yeah,
Darius.
yeah,
My
yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah.
I felt like I was saying it wrong, but I knew it started with a D. I was like,
A D and an E is basically.
Demetrius, Darius. Like,
Yeah, it's adjacent. It's adjacent. But let's go ahead and get into this first topic, man. We're gonna start off on a little bit of a sadder note, man. So, Rod,
fuck.
Rod had brought the story to us where I guess an ex Detroit, Lions player passed away, recently, and his name was Jessie Lemonier. Which I had never heard of this guy before. Had you heard of him before?
Man, it's just so sad. Like,
It is.
I can't say that, like, I saw him play every game when I was watching on TV, but just someone being so young,
25.
that shit hit close to home because, man, I'm 29 now.
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, like, I ain't making the 25 though. They
Man.
don't even know what even happened to him. That's the even fucked up part.
Yeah, that is really crazy. And he played in the for the Lions as late as 2021, and he was about to play with the XFL, excuse me, the upcoming season, but he suddenly passed away. This was a couple of days ago, and yeah, man, it's some sad shit because we don't know if it's a CTE, we don't know if it's related to football. It don't seem like it was any foul play, like he got murdered or maybe suicide or anything like that. But yeah,
That
that's
shit's just
sad.
scary. Like, even like our day to day life. When I was thinking about this, and first off, I want to give respects to him and his family, and rest in heaven.
My condolences for
And
sure.
being so young, I wouldn't want that for anybody that I know. And I will put out a prayer for them. Amen. So one of the big things that I think is, like, my takeaways from this, you can really die at any point. You don't know. Like, I'm sure him being so young, he wasn't thinking about this or what was going on in his life. He was just trying to make more money and play the game that he loved. So how are you living today? Like, if you were to drop dead tomorrow, do you think, like, your family and everybody, like, would, like, you'll be at peace with it?
Would I or my family? Me or my family?
Like, do you think you would? Like, you think, I guess, like, you would talk to your family, like, you think they would. Like, I'm put this on your perspective, like, your view on it. Like, they obviously got different opinions on it, probably,
Right,
but
right. So
it's
if
about
I
what you
died,
believe.
and I was actually in the afterlife and I was looking back at my life, would I be satisfied with how I lived my life and the things that I did? No, not at all.
And, like, your family, like, everything like that, they'd be, like, at peace.
I wouldn't say that.
Like, he was happy, he was good, like.
I mean, I think they would get to a point. Like, I feel like nobody's at peace immediately. You know what I mean? But I feel like everybody gets to a point where they're at peace with it. At peace with a family member dying. I don't know about like a child. I feel like if you lose a child or a sibling, that you know that can stay with you for a while. But you got to come to peace with it unless you just want to be in turmoil. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, at some point.
yeah. But in terms of like myself, if I would be pleased, like, there's so many things that I want to do still. You know what I mean? Travel, like so many places I want to see, so many things I want to accomplish. Like, I'll be in heaven or hell or wherever the fuck I'm going, and I'll be like, damn, bro. Like,
You still got a lot of accomplishments you trying to get to, or goals, or things you trying to reach.
see, that's not even the first thing that came to mind for me was like, I want to travel. I just want to see things. There's so many different, like, because I'm an architecture guy. I love beautiful architecture and art. So there's so many places I want to go see how they live and architecture, and I want to see, go to museums and stuff like that. Like, that's the type of stuff that stimulate my mind. So there's so many things across countries that I want to see. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go to Liberia. I want to go to, you know what I mean? And if I,
Side note,
mhm.
all that is beautiful, but do you envision this doing it with someone
Not necessarily. I mean,
like a lady friend, or like going to all these places? Or just more like a self exploration kind of thing that you're thinking of? I guess I'm trying to see where mentally how you're viewing all this.
not necessarily like when I envision it, it's not necessarily with a certain someone at all, but it's just really like something that I want to do. Because often, I don't know. I feel like most people can probably, or some people could probably agree that, like, if you with
You
a,
definitely know how you feel about it. Yeah, go ahead.
but I'm saying like if you're in a relationship, y'all not gonna want to do the same things. Y'all don't have the same goals all the way. They should have a couple of common goals, but maybe the person that I married, the woman that I married, she don't give a fuck about art museums, and she don't give a fuck about architecture, and she don't give a fuck about seeing beautiful things.
I always be finding that kind of a little weird.
Hmm.
Ideally, when you get with someone, you want to get with someone that has some similar interests as you do. And if one of your main things or goals in life is to travel and go see museums and like sightseeing, you would think the mate that you would choose would have those qualities,
You would think,
because you will want to enjoy doing that with someone else who you love.
yeah, with somebody that I would consider my best friend for sure. Yeah, that's true, but we got to consider that,
Like I mean, it'll just be different experiences for sure, like that you would get out of it.
and that's why I didn't even factor that in. Like, I'm thinking about myself, the things that I would do specifically. I'm not even thinking about other people that would be with me. If I got a girlfriend with me, my wife with me, my friends with me, I'm not even thinking about that.
This is all future based, just like ideally,
Yeah,
like it's gonna be different. You by yourself than you with someone um, that you're communicating with, or
I ain't
you
no
even
communicator.
further in the future with like maybe your kids, like taking your kids on vacations and going out. Like all these are different future things that we hope to see.
Yeah, of course. If I had a wife and kids, of course they would be in the picture. But me right now, then I'm thinking, nah, I'm not really considering like anybody else with me. Have you ever traveled
That's why
alone before?
I'm asking you, like how do you envision that? That's why I was saying, like, where do you see yourself? Like, is that something that you see yourself doing soon,
Nah,
or are you looking
hell no,
are you looking in the
hell no.
future? That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I didn't imagine it was anything super soon. But I don't know. Like, you could have like some plan or whatever. Um,
I don't even think. That's why I said in my
that's
vision,
why I
I
was
didn't even
saying
consider nobody.
with the by that time when you really do feel like it probably would eventually. I would imagine with someone by then.
Possibly, yeah, but I didn't think about that like that. Yeah, yeah, but you're right. But
Like
wait,
niggas about 30.
that is true. Have you ever traveled alone though? Like, have you intentionally traveled alone before?
Traveled alone. I guess when I did when I did my road trip coming down to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
from New York, and I was going city to city, doing the trip. I had to. I was traveling alone, checking out all the places and all that. Um, when I made my move to New York, New Jersey area, I was all alone. I didn't know anyone. Um, I feel like most stuff, like when I make moves, it normally is alone. Ideally, a lot of times, like even when I moved from East Lansing, and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to move to Ann Arbor or Ipsy and stuff like that." Like
Hmm.
it, all these just be thoughts, just in general, like wherever life kind of takes me, and wherever my career, wherever I think it's the best move, I just that's my choice usually. Where I feel like it's gonna push me forward or in the direction that I feel like I should be going, that's the move I make. And a lot of times I am a selfish thinker, so I move solo.
And when you want to move, yeah.
Yeah, I don't when I'm thinking moving, it's normally not with anyone. Like I don't have anyone, luckily. So
But that's what I'm saying though. That's why I'm saying that traveling alone is dope because you can do what you want to do. You can wake up when you want to wake up. You can do the activities that you want to do. So that's why when I was thinking about it, like, yeah, if I had my wife with me, yeah, okay, that would be cool. But she got to be one of she got to, and there's a compromise there too. Because if she want to go shopping, then okay, we can go shopping. If she want to go to the aquarium, let's go there. But it got to be a compromise there, and that's not even something that I put in my vision because
ideally,
that's too much
like
stress.
I was just split up. Be like, if I was going somewhere with someone, like you, even if you don't like everything that you do, you'd be like, I'll just meet up with you later on for dinner, our dinner plans.
That's true. That is
Like I'm
true.
about to go out and check this out, and you go do what you want to do. Like if you want to be by the pool and drink, eat all day, like I'm about to go check out this because that's what I like to do. If they don't like to do that, I mean, I feel like there's plenty of compromise. Be like, oh, we can go do this. Like after I go do that, we just plan to do this that we like. So I mean, on vacations, if you as long as you're not pocket pinched, like you have options. So
Exactly. Yeah.
it shouldn't be a big deal. You shouldn't be too stressed on vacation about, oh, we gotta do. I hate that shit. Feeling like we gotta do every single thing together because we don't. Like I hate that shit. Like there gotta be free. That's why like I was like there gotta be free time, like
Mm-hmm.
space blocks off where I could just like I know
Solo time.
like whether if I'm solo or not, I know I'm just like during this time I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Whether that's me staying here, I can go there. I can go check out something I want to check out. Go view something. Maybe go get my feet done. Like whatever.
Or even just having an itinerary is just kind of annoying because it's too blocked in. Like I want to wake up and feel what I want to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm a proponent of that. Like, folks, if you out there listening, like, try to travel alone one time. Like, just kind of see what happens. When you do that shit. But kind of to bring it back to
You didn't
back
really talk
to
about. Did you do it though? Like I know I said I
yeah,
didn't. I
yeah, I've
guess
traveled
like I
alone
did,
before.
but okay. Like where? Like
I went to Chicago alone. That shit was it was good, man. I got my own Airbnb full, full. I can't get the room in nobody's house. I had to have the entire place. So I had that, I
oh
could,
yeah,
go out, meet who I want to meet. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
hotels.
Hotel's cool. Hotel's cool, but Airbnbs, we talked about this before on here, but like when I travel, I like to feel like I'm part of the city. Like, so I wanted to live somewhere where somebody else lived so I can meet people around there. Like that's where the common folk are. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to do that. Drink around there, eat around there, kind of do different activities. But
In different
then we didn't.
parts.
Yeah, we didn't got off the off the topic. But let's get back to Jessie Lemonier. I just want to pose the same question to you. Like, if you did, die tomorrow, like, how do you feel about what you've accomplished so far? Would you be satisfied with what you've done so far, or would you feel like you left some things unfulfilled?
At this point, I definitely feel unfulfilled. 'Cause I don't think I accomplished a lot that I want to yet. Um, yeah, I'll be very unfulfilled at this point. I don't even think I got through like at least 50% of like what I intend to do.
Hell no.
So it would be a very tragic, but um, I know it's just a dark thought just to even begin with. But I mean, I don't want all my family to know like it's all good, like it's love and hey, like life moves on. Like
Mm-hmm. It does. It does. Nah, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's the tough part. I mean, I don't know how my family will react. I don't even want to think about that because that's a lot of heartache that they would have. You know what I mean? But in terms of this guy's family, Jesse Lemonier, like, damn, 25 years old, he had a budding career. He just signed with the XFL. Like, it's really some sad news to hear, to be honest. And
yeah, this planet gave me love, so
yeah, so once again, our condolences to his family and everybody that loves him.
shout out he
And
made it to that level and got to play the sport that he loved to do.
hmm and he
So,
was expecting a child too, man. So yeah, that's super sad.
all right, let's go to somewhere a little bit more lighthearted now. And yeah, rest in heaven, Jesse, for sure. So this next topic that we got here is I saw this article about this transgender woman. She was trying to join her local gym, all female gym, and they denied her, or this transgender woman. And she said that she was devastated after being banned from using this gym. So the conversation is, of course, a very big conversation amongst a lot of social media and as well as media in
In
general.
politics, yeah.
Should this person be allowed to go to all women gym? This transgender female.
So let's give a little background before we answer that. So she went to the gym that was female only, right? And so she had initially talked to somebody, and she thought it was cool. Like, she felt accepted. She felt like she could fit in there. And she actually, I think she brought up the fact that she's a transgender woman, and the girl at the desk was like, "Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. You can, of course, you can be comfortable here." And seems like she went and had one workout, but then she got a call a couple of days later, and she was like, "You know what? We made a mistake. Actually, we can't accept you here, but you can go to our co-ed gym, right?" And so yeah, that's why she's saying that she's devastated because she thought she found some place where she could fit in, and like now, they told her, nah, like, get the fuck out of here. So ask your question again. I forgot what your question was.
Do you believe that transgender women should have access to go to an all women gym and be able to work out?
I think
I mean, before you give your opinion there, like you already spoke on it, there was a response by the owner of the gym, I believe,
yes,
or the
yep.
manager, whoever. He said, should he adhere to most of the people, most of his clientele in the gym, which are women? It is an all women gym. And they do have younger people in the gym as well as older. And to have this transgender woman, is it a comfortability thing for younger kids and younger girls there to see? And maybe he got a point there.
I don't know.
Going to a co-ed gym, um, I don't see what the issue there. You still be able to go get your exercise and work out. I, I don't, I don't see what's the big deal there.
Well, I mean, she claims that she feels uncomfortable because she said there's a lot of extra muscly people that be in there just probably like, grunting and all that type of shit. She says she's like intimidated and kind of scared about that.
But it's like it's young girls in there, little like, and like you got like your male parts and everything, and like I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like looking at this picture, it's a white big male with a wig on. That's what it looks like. And like to any kid, that's what they gonna think when they just see that person looking at them. Like they're a big. This is a big white male. Like it'll be an intimidating person in general, even in the gym. Like from a little kid looking at him, little boy. Like I agree. Like that I would not let this person be in the gym with like all girls. Like no. Like you, what are you crazy?
And let me note too that they said that we were talking about the owner earlier, and so the owner said something about um them having a male voice, quote unquote, too. So I guess that was one of the reasons they were like, "Nah, we can't let you in because you have a male voice."
Yeah, they were on video. Like
Yeah,
they spoke,
I heard it. I
and
heard it.
it sounded like a male. Like they ain't changed the voice or nothing.
It
It's
did.
just like, yeah, they ain't let me in. I don't know why they ain't let me in, bro. Like I've been a girl for years.
I don't know, man. I don't. I
I
don't.
was just working out a workout or two, and then they just called me, and now I'm devastated. Like
Me personally, I don't have anything against trans people. I think that
girls grunt too, though.
that's
Like
true. That's
there's
true.
some big women out there.
There's some
No better.
bodybuilding women for sure. I think that
It sounds like BS.
I don't know. I'm inclined to say that yes, she should be able to go to the gym if she want to go to that female only gym. But then that comes to the conversation like I've heard people say like there's men and then there's trans men, there's women and
It's
there's trans women.
that's
It's
a
not the same.
all woman gym. Like that's a all women though.
Yes.
If I was to say that I'm woman, and I just be like, I'm going to this gym, like, or I take this all woman class,
Right.
or, like all woman yoga, and like they're doing hot yoga, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going. And I'm in there just sweating and just like have my shirt off and shit. Like them, like, come on now.
And that's one of the points that they make in the article is like, you know, um
Let's
anybody
be real.
they said, oh, like if you do this then anybody can say that they're a woman just to come into the gym. So I mean that's kind of the rationale behind turning her away. But I don't know, man. Like
Literally anyone could do it.
anybody could, which is true. Like the argument is actually like Teflon because literally anybody could do that. I hate when people try to make that argument because like everybody not gonna do that though. Like it's gonna be some sick type of niggas that'll try to do that and try to do like make themselves seem like that.
I'm sure it's people in California saying they're transgender to get that check that they giving out.
I'm sure, and
Like if I was out there, I would consider it. Like if they was gonna give me extra grand, like shit. Like, you
I
can
don't
call me what
know,
you want.
man.
Like for that extra grand, like it's expensive.
I mean, I'm inclined to just say that like let her in. You know, that's what I'm inclined to say. It seems like we probably gonna disagree on this one, but like I said, I don't have
Hey,
no problem with
it
them,
is
and
what it is.
I don't see
Of course,
trans
we don't have a
people.
problem, but it's like we're not women though either. So I'm just thinking if I had a daughter or my sisters, like would I want them there with that person? Be like no, like no, I specifically I chose this all women because I wanted my daughter to be around a bunch of females and feel safe. It's like you there, like I don't want you there around like my kid. Like no,
But I think that that's something that we got to stop doing. Just because they trans don't mean that they predatory. Like you know what I mean? If they really trans, if they not bullshitting like, oh, I want to just get in this gym, I'm gonna say that I'm a woman. Like they really a transgender, like a trans woman. She not she not gonna just be in there just like, oh, let me see what they got. Like no, I'm sure that's not what it is. But I think people try to paint that picture like, oh, she's predatory because she acting like quote unquote acting like she the other gender. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. You know, a lot of
I mean
people are not.
we don't know.
A lot of we don't, but we do know that just because somebody trans don't mean they predatory. There's a lot of predatory motherfuckers out here that's not trans. So
No, I'm not saying I don't have anything against transgender people, but I'm just saying
hmm
in that instance, in terms of a gym or a locker room, I don't want you changing and doing all that, and then like I'm just not comfortable in that setting.
I
Like
understand.
you need a separate locker room. Like you have different pieces. Like you need a separate locker room. That's literally why there's different rooms. There's got to be something there. Like it got to be your own special transgender room or something. Like, but it's just like I don't know. Me personally, I'm saying I'm not okay with you saying it don't really matter to you. But I mean that's my opinion. It is what it is. I mean, what what the people think.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think about this. Like, what's y'all views on this topic? To me, though, I feel like I don't know. I'm not for discrimination anywhere. So it's like, as a black man, knowing how we get discriminated against and how we have and how I've been discriminated against, I don't want to see nobody else go through that. So I just kind of err on the side of like, yo, like let them be who they
Like,
want to be.
see, that be my problem. Stop. I hate it. I hate that. They try to compare struggles,
No, no, no. I'm not comparing struggles.
like saying we've been discriminated against because black people been discriminated. Come on now.
We have we not?
That's making light of each like discriminatory thing though. Like, yeah, it's of course, like in general, like yes, like we both were discriminated against, but there was two different struggles. But I feel like the typical media, how you doing it, is just saying, "Oh, we both discriminated against, so I understand." It's like, yeah, we were, but
But then, okay, so basically, what you're implying is black people get discriminated against more, right?
yes, I've been there, clear on that. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So wouldn't that make me understand it more because we get discriminated against? So when I see it in other places, wouldn't I be able to identify like, damn, that's discrimination, right? So that's why I say that. You know what I mean? I'm not comparing it. I would never compare that because I would never compare slavery versus the Holocaust. I would never compare, you know, genocide, apartheid, and genocide, and somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like in Syria or something like that. I would never compare that, but they
Well,
are.
we'll let people decide. We'll put their opinions on it and what they think on it.
Yeah, so let us know what y'all think about that topic, man. So who wilding? So one of us wilding. I don't know. I don't know which what it is, but y'all go let us know who it is. But all right. So let's go ahead and get into this next topic that we got for you folks today. If I can find it, let's talk about. Yeah, this one was interesting when I saw this shit too, because I don't know. I like this guy's show. Like he has a show with Steven Jackson. So I'm speaking about Matt Barnes. He has a show on Showtime where they talk to basketball legends and they it's a great show, but he be doing some nut shit sometimes. Like between this and then between this and the shit he did with Derek Fisher, where he pulled up and drove 90 minutes and was still mad.
All the smoke podcasts, all
All
the
the
smoke.
smoke. That's what it's called. Yeah. So I guess that so
True
Matt
to the name.
Barnes. For sure, yeah. But so I guess to break it down, so Matt Barnes' fiance's ex is suing him because they saw each other at a game. I think it was 49ers against somebody else. So they saw each other at a game. They started exchanging words, and if they was maybe 20 feet away from each other. And
Da da
then I
da
guess
da da da.
allegedly somebody started spitting, and somebody, it was some
No,
tussling
we saw
going
the
on.
video. Matt Barnes spit at him.
Oh, I didn't see the video.
Yeah, it's right there on the video I have here.
Damn, he
Ma-
did. Okay, let me take a
Matt
look at that.
Barnes spit on this dude.
Oh, he did. He spit on him like Rondo spit on who Rondo spit on? Chris Paul. It's a real quick one.
He looked down at him and was like,
Yeah. But this shit whack though. Like Matt Barnes really moving like on in a I don't know. I don't like how like keep it cool. Like that's already your fiance.
to be honest, he did you see the extra comments there where Barnes apparently he was saying had texted him said he pussy
Yeah,
either be doing all that shit afterwards after he spit on him and the whole altercation.
yeah, yeah,
So it's just like if you don't like someone and it's just a mutual disrespect, and obviously she's not on the best term with him, and she's telling you stuff, of course, um, and things just been going on back and forth behind the scenes. I'm sure that happened that led up to this at this game when they finally do see each other and they have the back and forth. I'm sure it was like, hey my man, let me talk to you right quick, and then after that, it probably was a sense of disrespect or something like that. That's one of those gentlemen felt that led to the back and forth, which eventually led to Matt Barnes spitting on him. Matt Barnes probably felt disrespect in some way, and then I don't know. To be honest, it is ridiculous for two grown men this age to be having this issue. Um, but I do like the energy that Matt Barnes is showing, though.
No, for sure.
If you don't like someone and you made that very clear and known in the prior, and you leading up and you see someone there and the energy's still the same, you still don't like them.
It's on
Like
site.
I'm not keeping it fake with you. Like I told you. So like I'm seeing you now, and I'm about to have a discussion with you. I'm about to tell you about how I feel about you, your face. Then do I got to be upset about that? Like I always want people to be truthful and to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want them to have that exchange. I feel like that's important to have. To mental health therapy, like the conversation has to be had.
So if you put it in the context that you were talking about, where Matt Barnes' fiance felt some type of way about dude and was talking crazy to her, with some issues with the kids, and maybe he was beating on her or something like that, I understand. But if Matt Barnes just didn't fuck with the nigga because he fucked with his fiance before he did, then that's lame. That's weak.
I don't think it was that like simple.
We don't know though.
I don't think Matt Barnes is that. We don't know.
We
That's
don't
the
know.
thing. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. But yeah, I do agree. Like,
What you saying though, I do agree though that shit would be lame as hell. Just because you just happen to be an ex and someone your wife used to mess with, and they fell out. Now all of a sudden you just got smoke with them. Like
yeah, like
it's not. It's like you just don't have to speak with that man, especially who you are. Like you can walk away. You can be in a completely different section. Like you have enough money and status where you can move. You can get somewhere else. Like you don't have to be there next to him.
yeah, I don't know. A lot of people just letting niggas knock them off their pivot though. Like you can't never do that, especially if you're in the position that he's in. He has a great show, like I was talking about earlier. NBA vet. Like you got money, you got a fiance, you got kids to take care of. Like why you letting a nigga take you off your pivot, regardless of what happened?
Also, I'm a little bit on the other guy's side too. Like, how you let another man spit on you?
He ain't do nothing.
No, like only thing like he spit on him, and the only thing he did was just yell back and shit. And kept.
Hey, you spit on me.
I guess he was just like, all right, I'm gonna sue you, which that's what he's doing now. And he got the video everywhere, so easy case. But maybe that's what Burrow was going for. Maybe he was going for a check.
Like literally, if somebody spit on me, my hands is coming right after the spit. I'm at least trying to grab you in some way.
I
I'm
just
not
can't
playing with
imagine
that shit.
as a man like just being spit on and like you saying my hands don't move at all. Like, like,
I mean, they
like it just,
tussled a little bit though.
nah, not for
They
real.
tussled. It wasn't no real
People,
tussle, but
it was more just like moving shoulders. It wasn't no like,
he's
like it wasn't no real tussle or nothing. Like they ain't really swaying. Nothing was really happening. Bro just looked at him, just pissed. Like he really did that to me.
right. Yeah, can't do nothing for real. That nigga Matt Barnes probably strong as hell, so he probably tried to do something, but then he grabbed his arm, and then Matt Barnes grabbed him back and was like, "Oh, wait."
Yeah, he was just holding his. He was just holding his hands.
Yeah, like I can't get. I don't have no power over dude for real. He ain't have his mans with him. That's my question.
If Matt Barnes would have got loose, it would have been a bad sight for dude. So he held
Boy,
his hands.
them long ass arms, that boy would have reached you from the goddamn stands. Like,
That's the thing. He got reach.
yeah,
Like
boy. But low key, I feel like you spit on somebody when you know you can probably beat their ass though. Like you're not gonna spit on nobody. Like you're not gonna spit on Kimbo Slice. You know what I mean? You're not gonna spit on Mike Tyson. You're gonna spit on somebody that you know. Like, all right, if time comes, I could put hands on this nigga real bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, he
I
did
know
it.
he got some play when he got back to the crib. You what? Oh my,
Right.
babe, that come you can't be doing that. Like you
Exactly.
good? You all right? You need something to eat? Like
Man, I hope
I,
so. I mean, if he was really like I'm
I saw that
hoping,
pussy ass nigga at the game. Like
right? I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna see it on TMZ later, so I'm gonna tell you now. But that's why I'm hoping that like did this to defend his fiance. If it's anything else, then it's lame as hell, and I'm looking at him differently. But
Either way, I think dude should sue him, and
for sure, that's the
he
power
should
play.
definitely win this case.
Yeah,
Either
that's the
way, it's
power play
like you
right
spend
there.
on someone, you got to pay up, bro. Like
Over words.
it's either we gotta like set up a date where we gotta fight, like, and we gotta just set it off like that, like away from the media and everything, 1-on-1, or I'm gonna take you to court. I think we too old for this. I can't win this.
Yeah, but it had to be something serious if Matt Barnes knew it was cameras there. Like for him to really do that and turn up like that, it had to be something serious. So, Matt, man, Matt, I don't know. He'll be good though. I'm sure he got it. You know what I mean? However much he getting sued for, I'm sure he got that shit. But
It's just because we've seen him do this before in a different instance that we don't know, like how it is with him. Like
I mean, was the previous one justified?
he seemed like he's just like a very overprotective dude, like almost insecure in a way.
He's possessive. It seemed
Very
like,
possessive.
yeah. Which I ain't trying to psychoanalyze that nigga, but
It just seems a little odd that like there's so much animosity. Um, and that kind of leads to the next question that I had here, which was like, have you ever got into a verbal or physical altercation with your ex, or with your ex's ex?
of course. I mean, not physical, not never physical, not on my part.
Also, explain that. Like, was it a conversation? Like, normally in my idea, like ideally there wouldn't be any communication between your your girl or whatever and their ex anymore after the
Oh, that's
relationship
what you
ended.
mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's like your would be girl's ex, and they have you ever had an altercation or back and forth with them?
No, 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 no. I talked to one of my girl's exes one time, and it wasn't no altercation. It was real quick. I was just like, "Don't call this phone no more."
Like, how would that happen? Like,
He called her phone. I was like, "Don't call this phone no more."
oh,
And
you picked
then
it up?
yeah, he ain't never called her phone no more, and that was it. Like, never no real confrontation where it was like, "Oh yeah, like you know what I'm saying, meet me at McDonald's on Third Street." Like it was never that. I wouldn't even do that.
What the name come up as?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it was just his name, if I can remember correctly.
And you just knew who it was, or
I mean, she's told me like, "Oh yeah, that's my ex calling me." I was like, "Oh, let me see."
oh, you
Like,
were with them, with her, and she said it,
yeah, I was like, "Oh, let me
and you
see.
was
Let me
like,
see the
oh, let
phone."
me.
Like
Okay.
immediately, I was like, "Let me see the phone. Like we gonna stop this shit right now. Don't call this phone."
And that kind of led into my next question. I was like, your girl ever tell you about the ex?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, what the shit that they be saying? Like, what would it be like?
The particular relationship I'm talking about right now, it would be like bad shit. So anything bad that they did that emotionally damaged her, physically damaged her, or something like that,
It
like she
was
would
never
always tell
good.
me about that shit. It was never good. It was never good shit. Like it was always some negative shit. And I used to hate hearing that shit because she would try to equate it to me. Like, oh, he used to do this too. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. Here we go with this shit. Like I don't want to hear this shit because I'm not him. Like you know what I mean? Like you got to kind of play that game. Like I'm not him. No,
Was it a lot? Was it a lot of years? Her previous relationship, though. Just estimate. Like, was it a good amount that they were together?
I can't remember for that particular woman. I can't remember, but yeah, I've definitely had people bring it up. I've dated people, other people that never bring it up at all. You know what I mean? But her, it seemed like she was just so emotionally damaged about it that she kind of brought it up, a lot, and it was taxing. I will say that too. I will say that much. But
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
was
fine.
like, do you like that like openness or the connection or like from your woman?
Yeah, of course.
Would you like them to be open enough to say that? Because I think a lot of people, when that has happened, they've seen this conversation on a page or whatever, and a lot of women were saying a lot of dudes they use it as ammo, and when there's an argument or something like that. like when they'll tell them about what the ex did and blah blah blah, and the dudes when they get an argument, but your last nigga, only thing he did was blah blah blah. It was some bullshit. Like, and I did this. Like what the fuck you talking about?
Man,
Like they try to
our
use it,
mind games be crazy. That's some
right?
crazy shit. I never did that, but she would definitely use it as ammo against me. Like I said, to like, oh, this is what he did. You doing that, and now you can't do that because he did that, and it made me feel this way. Which I listen to you, I understand, but at the same time, I'm not him. You know what I mean? But how about you though? Like, do you have any experiences? You know, have you ever had like a some type of altercation with the ex of your ex, or have you talked to him, or have you been told about him?
My past. The thing was, they will always tell me, um, like the ex will hit them up, or like they'd be, oh yeah, my ex will hit me up randomly, or so the relationship, I guess, was okay or whatever like that. Um, so like they'll have that ex that will like hit them up randomly, just to be like, oh, how you doing, blah blah blah. In terms of my reaction to it, it's just like I normally just say, just ignore that shit. Like it was the
I
like
feel
I don't
you.
know. It just be like that shit's done. Like I don't know. It's like what's the point of still having a conversation?
It depends on how secretive they try to make it. If she's open about it, then I'm be like, okay, yeah, you can talk to that nigga. Like, I don't care.
Just talk to him. I don't know about that.
I feel
What do
like
you mean talk to him?
men and women can be platonic friends for sure. Now,
Not
exes,
not not people who've been in relationships though.
yeah,
Like
exes is interesting.
who had already a strong connection, and you already know sometimes it just be like, oh, if this person would have just changed this about themselves, or this person would have did that, and then only thing they gotta say, oh, I did this, blah blah blah, and I've been working on that. You're like, oh, word, they
Yeah,
might go
yeah.
back. First time, like they get upset with you,
Right.
they're gonna be like, all right, if they old nigga,
I'll let him go ahead. That's fine. That's really what you
like,
want.
like you mad, right? You mad, right? Okay. I don't know. Me personally, I don't think I'm just not. No, I'm not cool with that. Like, I just like with my girl would be with the ex, or like all that communication, blah blah blah. I feel like the story is different if they had kids, because then like they have to be in the story.
Nah,
But
that's different. Yeah.
if they don't have kids, then it's just like they don't gotta be in the story right now. Like,
You know what? I embrace that though. I embrace it. Like at this age that I'm at, I embrace it because if that's really what you want, go do that. That's fine. We could be in love. That's fine. Or I can be in love with you and you still love that nigga. Okay, go ahead. That's cool. Like I'm not gonna trip off of that because that's really what you want, and I'm not
that's
gonna
cool.
block. Yeah, I'm not gonna block you from your blessing. So like, go over there. That's fine. But don't come back over here though. You know
Oh,
what I
that's
mean?
what I was gonna say. I was like, is it cool that she just has love for both of y'all and just with you?
Nope. Go there. Go over there. Take your ass over there. Like, I feel like I'm very cold with that. Like I said, I let you. You can do what you want to do.
Nah, so I mean, like just them being friends. Like he could come over like when y'all have game night.
I would consider it. Maybe we got to be cool though. I can't be. I feel like me and him got to be
What
open
if
too.
they really cool?
Like he could be the cool. Like damn, that nigga really cool though. Like like it
Like
could
he
be
really be
that.
at the party and just like really he be making everyone laugh.
Yeah, I'd be like damn, dog.
Like real cool as hell. Just like your girl
Yeah.
just be just like dead. Like she don't never laugh at your jokes like that. Like you like, oh, this nigga Dre so crazy.
Right. Like oh really? Okay. Okay.
All right, man. Like
See,
relax.
see, but that's the thing. Like, that's a jealousy type thing. Like, I feel like I'm not a jealous person. Like, if that's really who you really think that nigga funnier,
Draw
okay, go be
four.
with that nigga. Go be with that nigga. He's a joke. See, but that's petty shit. I'm gonna have a conversation. Like, I'm not. I'm not gonna hold back with that shit because if that's really what you want, if that's where she want to be, then go be over there. I'm not gonna block you from that because that's what you really want to do. Who am I? Who am I to be like, nah? Like we, like I said, I could be in love
No,
with
I feel like
you.
you taking it a different way, but I'm just saying friends, like just coming through, just they just still good.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on if you compare yourself to that person. I feel like I wouldn't compare myself. I'm incomparable. You know what I mean? So that's how I view myself. So
So it's cool.
I think it would be cool. Like I don't think I would ever willingly be in that situation unless there really was my dog. Like, but I wouldn't never date nobody that my dog dated, like in a serious fashion. So it's like that's also a strange thing. Like, but if we became
That's
friends,
completely different. Like
it
dating a
is,
dog, I ain't say that.
it is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, how can we be? How can I be that cool with that nigga if I just met the nigga? Like, you know.
If that's the thing. It's like I'm just saying, your girl just has friends, and when you sometimes you and your friends, girls, and like your friends and her, they just mix, and they could be like, oh, he was one of my past niggas back in the day that we used to mess with to get together, but that was a while back. But we just friends. Like, yeah, just one of the friend that I mean just happened that they still be talking and shit.
Like, oh yeah, Charlie coming over. You know,
Yeah, with
whoever the
all her
fuck.
other friends and blah blah blah. We all want to get together and just like have fun, play some games, eat, like chill, go out somewhere.
Come through then, but I'm gonna be gripping that ass all night though, like looking dead at that nigga. Like, yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Like, you got to, but I feel like that's one of the male dominance things where you kind of got to assert your dominance. Like, nah, like that's me. You know what I mean? I'm not no possessive nigga like that, but I feel like in that situation you kind of got to boss up to let your lady know, like, nah, like I ain't letting you. You know what I mean? Like you with me. Don't even think that nigga really not that funny though. You know what I mean? Like,
Like,
you know what
this
I
nigga
mean?
is not Eddie Murphy. Relax.
He really not. You know. So I don't know. That's an interesting conversation, man. I think that's complicated though. Like even when you threw the kids thing in there, I'm like, oh shit,
A lot of people go through this though, so the conversation is
man.
interesting.
It is. It
But
is. I hope y'all ain't going through that out there. Cause that shit complicated. But we at that age where like that's just gonna happen. Like people got kids.
yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and move on to this segment that we have called "Love and Hate," which you should know if you've been listening. If you don't, so we basically pick three songs. We talk about do we love them, do we hate them, and kind of give like a short review on the song. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and get into your first one. Let's talk about SZA, man. I know we spoke about we hadn't heard the album yet, but you did listen to Kill Bill. So love or hate.
Yeah. So I know I put this album in my top 10, and I hadn't even listened to the album. But that don't matter because it's SZA, and this is the first track that I've listened to from SZA album, and it was a really good song. Like, it definitely makes me want to listen to the rest of the project, which I will. And I know she came out with a video, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. She always has some very interesting visuals. I know in the past her project she was like in blood on a farm or something and just rolling on the ground. So I'd imagine like this one got to be pretty cool. It probably is something related to Kill Bill. Um,
Which is an elite movie, by the way.
right. So yeah, I love this track Kill Bill. So I'm gonna go into your first track here. Oh yeah, I fuck with her. So it's another lady artist that I mess with. That I see that you have here, Ice Spice, in her mood.
I ain't gonna jump out the window and say it's garbage. Cause it's not garbage. Somebody gonna fuck with it.
What?
Somebody gonna fuck with it, but it just not. I don't know what it is about her music. It's just not. It don't hit. It don't hit. And I think Munch was good because Munch was like real fast too. Like she was rapping fast. The beat was fast. This one is a lot slowed down. And I don't know. It's just I don't know if maybe she just don't be having no inflection. Which a lot of the New York drill rappers they
No,
kind of stay
but
in the same inflection. Go ahead though.
if you listen to some of her old songs, Like, a lot of her songs is like that,
Like what?
like all fast and shit like that. Like how much was like there, she do got some fast numbers. Some of her songs ain't like that.
Yeah, but this one is not that fast. But I like the fast shit more because it ended quicker. To be honest, like this shit was okay though. Like I ain't gonna say I hate it. I ain't gonna say it's garbage because it's for somebody, but it's just not for me.
I feel like it's the same rise to like might as well just say Cardi B.
No, I like Cardi B music way more than her. I'm not trying to compare, but no, Cardi
I
B
don't
shit's
know
actually
about
hit.
that. Like the Cardi B came out with this her single or whatever off her tape. It wasn't much.
Bodak Yellow.
But wasn't Bodak Yellow on the album?
What was? Oh, you talking about the mixtapes before that? I never heard
Yeah,
her shit from the mixtapes.
exactly. But you heard much.
I did hear much.
Yeah, so you didn't even hear her from her tape. This is her like little tape EP that Icebox got going on. I think she's on the right path. Like for someone
No,
new, I
she
guess.
is. She is. I mean, like I said, it's not for me though. I'm not really no New York drill type of nigga. So if you rapping on them beats, I'm not really. I might listen to it once, but it's not something I'm playing over and over again. Even though she wasn't talking about drilling, she was talking about like her looking good and how she in her mood or whatever the fuck she was talking about. I don't know,
That's her
but she.
shit. She like 18.
I thought she was like 22 or something. I suppose it's not
I
18, bro.
I could have sworn she was like 18.
She 23.
20. Oh.
She was born on January 1st,
Well,
2000. He said, well, okay. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to say hate on that one. I'm going to say hate on that one, but we can go ahead and move on to this next joint. So let's talk about Mac DeMarco, who just dropped the project Rockaway. Love or hate.
I'm gonna go with hate on this song, Mac DeMarco. It just sounds like elevator music. When I was listening back to the project, it's some good instruments. There's some good tracks going on throughout the album. But since I happen to choose this song to be on the list, I'm gonna say I hate this one. But some other songs I was hearing from the project sound a little bit better than this, and I'm gonna get through the whole thing. But yeah, I'm trying to give him hate, but also a little bit of love and slack. So, but and all be all, I hate this song, "Rockaway" by Mac DeMarco.
I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of his shit sounds like that though, because I listened to a couple of songs off to this project, and I know you mentioned that you like Chamber of Reflections. Chamber of Reflections is like one of his most different sounding songs. Like, but Mac DeMarco has a pocket that he goes into where like it sounds like it's Mac DeMarco, and Chamber of Reflections is like totally different from that.
Yeah, that'd be my problem with him. It's like he never got back in that mood or where he was whatever it was that he made that.
Hmm.
That's what I wanted to that sound. I wanted that sound to be expanded and what I fell in love with. Like I was hoping that sound would be a bigger role, but it was more like a pump fake. It's like he gave me this shit in 2013, and then I'm just like keep going back, be like, oh yeah, Matt DeMarco. Like, all right, let's see if he about to give me that, and it's never that. It's always elevated music.
I like that shit though. I like the way his music sounds. To be honest, I kind of see what you're saying with elevator music, but yeah, he has a pocket. You just don't like his actual pocket. You like when he go outside of his bag. I feel like because I mean he has another song called "On the Level" that's like I feel like he tried to recreate Chamber Reflections or just do some different shit. It's good, but it's just not his pocket. Like he has somewhere he likes to stay, and yeah. So I mean, still shout out to Matt DeMarco. I'm excited to check this whole joint out, like because
It's just artistry, just being able to push your boundaries.
yeah,
So that's what I liked about it. It's the same thing with Kanye. He just always pushes, like he goes beyond his limits.
that is true.
Like every time you think he plateaued and like, oh, this is it, this is gonna be his best album, he'll come back with something else. Even if that may not be it, like give him a couple more albums. Like he's going, it's gonna like eventually like he's gonna come back with something that you'd be like damn,
I ain't heard it.
like Kanye back.
I mean, we had this conversation before. I haven't heard no. groundbreaking shit from Kanye. I mean, he doing different shit. That's one thing I will say about Kanye. Like he does use different like unconventional instruments. Like think about On Site. Like On Site is like what the fuck, but it's dope because it's like he tries some new shit that nobody ever did before.
It's not just
You
about
know.
trying new shit. That's the thing. Like a lot of people try new shit, but does it sound good?
Do you like Yeezus?
Yeah, but it grew on me.
Okay.
I mean, at first I did like it, but certain songs I was just like I couldn't really fuck with, so I wasn't like all in on it. But then once like I saw it live, and we were talking about this, like this was my favorite concert I ever went to was Jesus, and when I saw those songs performed live, that completely changed my view of those songs.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I hear the songs, I'm like, damn, this shit is hard as hell. Like I have a whole new perspective for the music now that I seen now that I seen the art side of it.
Right. In a live sense, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But let me go ahead and get to your next song. Let me see. Pierre Bourne, Instagram host.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit garbage. This is a leak, by the way. It's not like an official song that he dropped. It's leaked, so that means it might not be finished. You know what I mean? But it was garbage from what I heard.
Oh, you are already judging it?
Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't judge leaks because it's not. It might not be the finished project.
Yeah, they ain't even put it out yet. They ain't even fair assessment.
Yeah, but it's a full song though. Like it's a full song. Like it's not like it's mixed right. Like all that shit. It's just not official. So it might just be a
He
throwaway.
may put it out.
He probably shouldn't.
He
I
probably
mean,
won't.
his core fans might fuck with it, but like I don't. I consider myself a PR fan, but that shit was not good. It was very repetitive. Beat was good, which I mean, what you can say about most PR Bourne songs, but other than that, like I hate it. I'll never want to hear that shit again. But all right, let's go ahead and get into your
Yeah, I'm
last.
not listening.
Yeah, let's get into your last shit. Lil Yachty, running out of time. Love or hate.
This project, it was really well. I'm not. I can't even say project, but I'm still waiting to hear the whole thing. But this song in particular, I saw Tyler the Creator had posted it, and then when I heard the song, and I was like, Tyler the Creator definitely was a part of making this beat and producing it. I really like the beat and the producing on the song, but I gotta admit, Lil Yachty, he did the beat justice, but to me, it just didn't sound groundbreaking in terms of. I mean, I only heard it one time, by the way, folks. It didn't. It didn't pull that chord for me. That I was just like, damn, like this is next level, and I gotta hear this shit again. Like I heard it once, and I'm like, what's next?
Yeah, yeah. So it didn't hit.
But I mean, it sounds cool. It's a great. It sounds like a good song. Like it's a good beat. Like he ain't saying much on it. He just doing some vocals along it.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
ad libbing around the place. So I mean, he just doing some ad libs on a good beat.
okay. I'm excited to check it out
I
still though,
love
cause not a love.
love. I guess
Oh, if you say you guess, if you say you guess, it might be a no.
it's hard to hate on it though. That's the thing. It's like I like the beat. He ain't really saying too much on it. He just got ad libs and vocals. So like, yeah, it's a good vibe. Like, it's cool. I can see myself like if I was chilling by the water or something like this played. I wouldn't hate it. Now having a drink
Mm-hmm.
like play this shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose your last song here. Midwest and Denzel Curry, Tally.
Yeah, this one was cool. I ain't gonna say I don't know. I don't know if I love this one. I like Denzel Curry's voice, but Midwest. I mean, the Midwest guy. I mean, I've heard of him before and I've heard his music. And I haven't really went back because I didn't really necessarily fuck with it like that. But this song was cool. The beat was crazy. The beat sound like cinematic or some shit like that. Like that was dope. I like Denzel's verse, Midwest. I mean, his chorus was cool, but like in terms of like what he added to the song, ah, it's cool. It's cool. I ain't gonna say love though because I didn't really love what he did with it, but I still might listen to it again. Like some shit I might say hate and I never listen to it again. Some shit I might say hate and I might still play it. Maybe it'll grow on me, but that's what this is. It might grow on me, so I'm gonna say hate now, but still shout out to Midwest and Denzel Curry.
If it's
But
Denzel Curry, I'm definitely gonna listen to that shit.
hmm but yeah, man. So let's go ahead and get into this. Not even get into this, but this has been the Friends Podcast, man. If you got this far, thank you so much for listening, man.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate all the listeners, and as we always say, we out. Peace
All
out.
right, peace and love.